This is another New Black World Order TV Productions.
Yeah.
What's up, homie? Yeah.
Oh, man, it's all
beautiful weekend. Black Unity Day was a success.
Oh man, it was beautiful. It really was.
Man.
If you ain't make it out there, man, you missed a very, very positive thing. We was feeding the homeless. We was binding all people from all different backgrounds and thoughts and creeds, and just coming together, enjoying each other's company.
We had clothes to offer them, food,
man, give them clothes,
job
away,
opportunity,
food, yeah.
housing opportunity.
Oh man, yes, it was good. I met one of the brothers that you had out there that was offering about Medicaid, offering just jobs and things like that. It was beautiful.
It was very refreshing, man. My spirit really picked up after that. You know what I'm saying? It really did me some emotional, therapeutic justice to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I seek to always do that again. Give back what was so freely given to me. So let's get down to it, baby. What's happening?
I'm on my fifth day fast from the last video we put out.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm on my 5th day fast, feeling real light, feeling real good, disciplining my mind, disciplining my body, getting prepared for all this chaos that's taking place.
Right.
You got to come out of this, man, because I was looking at the brother from Baton Rouge who did that assault.
Right.
And I was looking at his video, and that brother said he wasn't his body. They trying to play on the same things that we're talking about, not being the body, not being the physical composition. He utilized that to say he's not attached to the body, and they're exploiting that statement. But what I didn't hear him say was he's not his thoughts, because his thoughts led him to do the event that he did. One thing we're saying that he didn't say was, you're not only are you not your body, but you're not your thoughts either. So when those thoughts come in to want to do that type of response, you don't have to pay attention to that. You don't have to put your attention on that and react to that. Right.
It's the consciousness that's going on out here, because with the rise of social media and the ability of people to link up with people so easily, or just listen to their viewpoints, you can kind of see that it's working. It's working for positive or for negative. It's working.
And all of us are part of it. The positive and negative is all a part of consciousness, the play of consciousness.
Exactly. So now, I'm going into the nigga shit.
Okay, let's do that.
You know how people like nigga shit?
Yeah, that's interesting. Why do you think they like nigga shit?
They was made niggas.
Huh?
They were made into niggas.
By who?
By the people who kidnapped them. The people who wanted to change their points of reference.
And how did they do that? How did they accomplish it?
It was systematic through indoctrination. Once they got them isolated here in the wilderness of North America, away from other influences of thought, they created a nigga. And so
they kind of showed that in the Willie Lynch letter.
Right. So they like nigga shit. So now I'm going straight into it.
Why the people? Okay. So they like nigga shit. So they don't want to get out of the nigga mentality. They rather stay in it instead of rising up and be supreme being. Right. They want to stay at the lower realms of consciousness.
Right. And some of those people that's really embedded in that nigga shit like that, they seek consciousness and other stuff because they want to be a rebellious fucking nigga.
Yes.
See? Because
they're hurt.
Right.
Because they're hurt.
Excuse my labeling, but it's not meant to stick, right, on these particular leaders. If Marcus Garvey wasn't a rebellious fucking nigga, he wouldn't have never did what he did. If Elijah Muhammad was not a rebellious fucking nigga, he would have never did what he did. If Michael X. Johnson wasn't a rebellious fucking nigga, he wouldn't have did what he did.
Malcolm X, all of them. But there does come a point where you're still supposed to transition that. We're not supposed to continue to stay in the consciousness or the mindset of rebelling, resisting change. You're supposed to rise above it.
Right, and I think what you're saying is the destructive internal nigga shit we need to get rid of. But the attitude of being a fucking rebellious nigga against white supremacy, that's good.
But the word rebellion itself is like, it has a negative connotation.
Who is Ray? Who is Ray?
Who is Ray? Who is Ray? R-A-Y?
Or R-E?
Is the son.
Right. Who is Baal?
Who is what?
Baal.
B-A-L-E?
Baal, Baal or Baal.
Oh, Baal. Oh, that is the Lord of confusion. That's one of the lords of the Bible.
Well, who is a lion?
Who was the lion?
I was just breaking the word down, rebellion.
Okay, rebellion. Oh, is that where you're going? Yeah, but yeah, I understand it. I understand the rebellion. That's necessary. Consciousness is playing that role as well. But there is a level of consciousness above it. And so I'm not saying, to be above it doesn't mean to conform to society, because I'm definitely not going. I'm in tune with the system and the chaos and the political agenda. I know what's happening in this nasut, in these lower realms of duality. I know exactly what's happening, and I'm not succumbing to it. I'm an informer. So when you become an informer, you rise above the cause and effect, because there's a lower realm that's taking place here that's playing the positive and negative energy, and you can be pulled in either one. It's necessary, but there is a level above it where we call it the God step, where you're looking down on the cause and effect.
The overstanding.
Yeah, you have to overstand. You're in the neutral zone where you're not pulled one way or the other, because you're into the higher levels of perceiving. So I don't disdain it, but I understand it, because the views earlier when we was debating the Hebrew Israelites, they were up high.
Ozias, the mighty Hebrew.
The mighty Hebrew who ran.
Because I told you that. Remember I told you that. I'm like, look, if you notice the calm, peaceful talks about knowledge don't really get a whole lot of attention.
I see.
Because being that our people have been made into niggas and immersed in nigga shit, you're going to have to meet them exactly where they at.
Well, that's what we did with the Hebrew Israelites. We showed the Hebrew Israelites that they're not Hebrew Israelites, and that they don't know who they are.
I never seen Ozias run, man.
Yeah, he don't have a choice, because we told him to prove it in his DNA.
Ozias ran. Yeah. I'm talking about ran.
There's nowhere to hide. You can't get around DNA.
Look, man, and I'm glad we retracted on that $1,000 bet. Because I'd have been owing you $1,000. Nice look, Ozias. You had me hanging there, son. My man's almost got a G up on me. But listen, why you running, Ozias? I just don't understand that. I don't understand how you could even run when you claim to have that knowledge. You was gonna bring that knowledge.
Right. But when it came down to sit down and actually have a real conversation, he don't want to do that because it's too much. We could have got it in if I'd have showed up the first time when they showed up and had a conversation with somebody else, because they didn't know.
But that was short. That was really short notice.
It was too short for me, and they didn't know I was coming with that DNA.
And if they righteous about it and honest about it, it was short notice.
Yeah, it was short notice. But we gave them another opportunity. They don't want to sit down and have a civilized. They just want to scream and holler on the street.
He said he's busy right now. They out there in the war zone.
Yeah, but where did you see him at?
I mean, I seen him in Monroe Park. I seen the video. They was in Monroe Park the day they were supposed to come out to the Unity rally. Right.
So they not at the war zone. They're in Monroe Park chilling.
And then I seen a picture of them on the Spirit of Norfolk.
Doing what? What's that?
It was casual. It's a cruise ship.
So they taking a cruise in the midst of all this chaos?
Where our people being shot.
When our people being shot, they taking a cruise?
No, I think they running from you, man.
Well, I don't blame them, because you're going to have to prove what you say when you mess with.
So are they the children of Israel? Are they the children of Judah for real? At the core of who they are, does that really describe them?
It's impossible, man, because one, just on a relative level, there's nobody, there's no Jacob. There's no Isaac. There's nobody. They found bodies of the Egyptians. You can dig up, go to a region, find tombs, and dig up and
extract DNA.
Yeah, extract DNA. Well, they ain't found them bodies, so they can't say, well, we know we done took a DNA sample from Isaac and Jacob, and we trace our lineage back to this. They can't. And the whole Bible is based on the genealogy. Genesis means genealogy of Isaac.
And you ready to commit to a date any one of these weekends coming up. And now that we ready to commit to a date,
they're not gonna do it.
They preoccupied within the war zone.
Yeah, but on the cruise ship.
But we was in the war zone too. Man, I think
the
whole time we was talking, our people was being shot.
Of course, and our people always been shot, but like they say, they don't help nobody that's not a Hebrew Israelite. So the people that were shot wasn't a Hebrew Israelite. So they don't really care about the people that's being shot, unless you're a Hebrew Israelite. So they're not interested in who's being shot right now.
And some of the people that we fed at the march, I mean, not at our march, but our Black Unity Day, they told us that they was up in the park that morning. So they was right up the street.
Yeah, it's sad. It's just sad, but that's what religion do. Religion breeds that type of people. That's why we're trying to ascend above religion.
And at the end of the day, I'm not taking it personal. I'm not mad at them.
You can't take it personal.
Right, because I'm not in that ego. I'm not in that ego like that.
Ignorant. I mean, ignorance means ignoring the facts. If you ignore the facts, then that means you're ignorant. If you're in a state of belief, meaning believing something that you can't prove, then that's ignorant. And that's just where they at. They really believe what they're saying, but they don't have no facts to support it, so it's in the realm of ignorance. And so we're trying to say raise up from the nigger shit and come into facts, come into right knowledge.
Right.
You know what I mean? Come into the truth. And then even rise above the right knowledge and get into the divine reality, absolute truth, that all of this is a play of consciousness. It's only the one playing as the many. It's only the one. And the many meaning positive, negative, good, bad, evil, God, devil. Because if you read that Bible closely, you'll find out that God was the first person that introduced hate.
And it could be...
He said, let me finish that so it'll be clear.
All right.
When, in the Bible, when Cain kills Abel, even before that, when Eve takes up the forbidden fruit and God finds out, and she shared it with Adam, of course, and God finds out, he says, I'm going to put enmity between your seed, the woman's seed, and the serpent seed. Enmity means hate. Right. So the first time hate was introduced, even before Cain killed his brother, was through God.
And the woman had a seed. And
the seed, sperma, means the offspring.
Right.
So the offspring was Cain and Abel.
Right.
According to the Bible.
Right.
Because we can prove that ain't even true, because Genesis 5:2 says, male and female, we created he, them, and called both their names Adam. So Adam means of the ground, of the red soil. It doesn't mean, it wasn't the name of the male. It wasn't the name, it just wasn't. So people believe that, but there were people on the planet before Adam and Eve. They were children of different tribes. So, but that's a whole other story. But people, hey, you don't want the facts, you don't want the facts.
And not only, you know, because if you're not really in the war zone and you chilling on some leisure stuff, then that means that was a deflection from coming to answer these questions or seeing what date we was going to do that where you could sit down with TALAH, AMUN, right?
Yeah.
In a controlled environment.
Yeah.
They said you didn't want it.
Oh,
but
man.
It appears that they didn't want it.
I'm here.
And it appears when you said I'm tired of talking to children, right? And that I want to really have a discussion with somebody that's more sensible, maybe even your leader.
Yeah, of course. I would love to sit down and talk with his leader.
Right.
If he can prove to me that he Hebrew Israelite, I'll join your group.
Because evidently, Ozias is scared, but I wonder if the leader is scared.
Hey, I don't know. If he heard the tape, if he heard the word speaking, because I'm saying, come sit with me.
He should have made a response.
If you're looking for the tribe of Israel, that means we're putting out the call. Okay, yes, prove who you are, and then you can convert more. I'm saying that you can't prove it.
And you're also saying if they do prove it, you will join that group.
I'll join that group. If you can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that you're a Hebrew Israelite, I'll join your group. Because I know the relative teaching that we, the black race, is of the 12 tribes of Israel. I understand the teachings because I taught that at some point in my journey. But that's part of the schools that we went through in order to get to divine reality. So we know the doctrine, but I know for a fact that I can't, when I do a DNA test on myself, there's no way I can trace it back to any of those biblical characters because there's no body.
But when you say DNA, they're going to say you believing in the white man's science, brother.
That's not a white man's science or a black man's science. That's just science. Science doesn't have a color.
But so Sunday morning...
That's that nigga shit.
But if Sunday morning...
Say that's a white man's science, that's a white man's teaching, that's nigga shit. Because science means seeking of facts. That's all it means. It doesn't have a color.
There is no black man's science.
You know what's really funny? You know what's really funny? People are stuck on a black and white thing. Black people and white people. You're talking about the boundless universe. You know how many species in the boundless universe? Y'all don't want to deal with extraterrestrials, where even though there's so much information and evidence to support that shit exists. You got crop circles, you got testimony from government officials, you got so much direct contact with beings from other planets who ain't even black or white, but y'all can't even deal with the extraterrestrials on the planet in the form of people with disabilities. You got people on the planet with no arms, no legs, they taking care of their baby with toes. What do you think they are? What do you think all these different deformities are? These are different genes that got mixed up from the real beginning when beings came to this planet and they were interacting and having sex with each other from all over the galaxy.
And it's hard to explain those multiple blood types.
Yeah, multiple blood type, because if Eve came from Adam's rib, then they should have the same blood type, wouldn't they?
Right.
If she came from his rib, they should have the same blood, or at least just say 2. Just say Eve got her own blood type. How that happened, I don't know if she came from Adam's rib, but let's just say that she had her own blood type. So how do we got 5 different blood types on the planet? And one of them is RH, which belongs to the rhesus monkey. To a monkey. So you telling me that, you know, Adam and Eve, 2 people produce 5 different blood types? Come on, that's ignorance. That's that nigga shit.
And if Esau is the birth of the white man, how did he get the RH in his blood?
If Esau is the birth of the white man, how did he get
RH in his blood?
If he had RH in his blood, because they can't produce the body for him either. You can't prove nothing. Everything that you're saying is ignorant. The only thing that only thing that is a fact is that there is something perceiving this, everything that's happening, including your thoughts and your body. That is something that you can experience. You don't have to trace that back. You already know that because you exist.
But Sunday, I watched their video that they did Sunday morning right up the street.
What's that? What they do? What they say?
They mentioned DNA. They told a girl that it was in her DNA.
That's deep.
But then when you mention DNA, it's white man science.
It's white man science.
And it can't be accepted.
And that's deep.
And in that DNA evidence can't dispute what's written in the Bible, but then again, they mention DNA. Go to their channel, Virginia Israelites, and look at it.
I believe it, because I know they liars. Right. They will lie to try to gain followers.
I know they ain't
that means they deceivers. That's a deceiver.
I know they want all the town. The people told us that they was up the street at Monroe Park. Then when I went to their channel, they was right up at Monroe Park.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. They don't want to unite. They're not uniting with anybody who's not what they say is Hebrew Israelite.
But they're not even uniting with all of the other Israelite groups
around the world. They're not unified. I know they're not unified. Where are they on this thing about black people killing themselves? Again, we already know the people that are being murdered are not Hebrew Israelites, so we don't care. So when it start happening to them, and it will, because you can't escape the chaos. If you're on the planet, you're going to experience it. Everything is connected. So when it come in their camp, then they'll maybe have something to say about it.
So we going on out. I want you to make a final response to them just running. And I mean, and I know when you was talking about the alien, most time when I see aliens on TV shows, the alien always say, "Take me to your leader."
Oh yeah, well I'm one of them. I'm one of the extra beings on this planet.
Why they afraid to take you to their leader?
The word extraterrestrial means terra, meaning Earth, because Earth was called Terra, from the astral. So we came from the stars, came to this planet, and we had seeds, which is in your Bible. The sons of God went to the daughters of men, meaning had sex with these girls and produced these children, and they had children.
But Osiris said the sons, the Nephilim, the fallen ones, are the Israelites.
They can't prove it. Again, they can't prove it. I'm here. They ain't even talking extraterrestrial. So how they gonna even say, you know, they the supreme beings? Because they're not talking that. We're talking that.
They're talking about spaceships, though. They're talking about spaceships.
Yeah, but ask them have they seen one. Tell them to prove it. Because I can prove what I'm saying.
And don't you got to know science to build a spaceship?
You better know. That's the only way you can build anything, really.
So why they against science and why they against DNA?
It's that nigga shit. Y'all got to get away from that nigga shit. That nigga shit is going to destroy you. That nigga shit gonna destroy you. I know y'all like listening to it and it's fun and all that, but y'all the drama on TV and the reality shows, all that shit is ha ha ha, fun, fun, fun. Y'all laughing while you dying in the street.
Right.
Y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up.
Right.
Don't give me the cursing, because I wanna, you know, I can talk nigga shit, but I don't wanna talk nigga shit. I'm trying to help raise above it, even in my own thinking, because yes, I say raise above thought, but then I have to use thought, so I'm trying to cleanse the mind and body in order to communicate a message that is of love and unity.
So for the record, before we go out, you are available any one of these weekends within the next month or two.
Man, you know what? I'll take off from work. Yeah, y'all say God has a job. Yeah, because I already told you God is everything and everybody. So that's no big deal. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to do it on a Monday, Tuesday, whenever you want to do it, I'm telling you, I'm going to be there. Do it on a weekday, whatever. I'll take off. I mean, I'm not attached to no job. Trust me. I was just trying to make it convenient for me because I don't want to do
any Saturday or Sunday. Don't take off.
No money playing with
any Saturday or Sunday.
I prefer to do it on a Saturday.
He's telling y'all right now.
I'm telling you, I don't care
that he's available.
If that's what y'all really want to do.
And you really want to talk to their leader.
Oh yeah, bring them. Bring your leader. Yeah, bring your leader. Bring your leader, because I would love to talk to your leader, see if you got some sense. And we're gonna sit down and talk. We ain't gonna be hollering and screaming and all that shit. We're gonna communicate like civilized men, like you do when you at your job, because I know you got a job. Or if you don't have a job and you own your business, you still got to communicate to somebody, and you ain't sitting there screaming back and forth, and him reading this and him reading, you talking like a civilized. I want to have that type of conversation.
No doubt.
Yeah.
This has been another New Black World Order TV Productions.